To every movement, there is a cycle, a rhythm as essential, as urgent, as time itself. This is the pattern that shapes humanity. The rhythm is predictable, the pattern secure. Gravity attracts, rivers run to the sea, and like minds, naturally come together. In each moment, what we used to call the future suddenly becomes the past. It is in this fleeting present that we live, grow, and change. And so it is for us today. A proud history brings us to a unique opportunity, encompassing the best of all that's made us great, coming together to meet the challenges of the future. One world, one mission, one dialogue. The power of one. Marching to the relentless rhythm of time and technology, our world is ever evolving. We plan for our future in a present that is changing with awesome velocity. New technologies spring up overnight. Paradigms shift with amazing frequency. Expectations multiply exponentially. Information has become our global currency, and turning information into actionable knowledge has become the focus of modern business. The ability to instantly pluck the most obscure reference from terabytes of data is no longer just the pipe dream of technologists or academics. For much of the world, it's an essential requirement of daily business. A proud tradition of product innovation and customer focus has made Dialog, DataStar, and Profound the world's premier information services. We believe our future success rests on the solid foundation of this heritage, the principles that have made us great. The year is 1964. The space race is in full swing. Mercury has given way to Gemini. Apollo is on the drawing board. And America has made a dramatic entrance into the space age. In a small office in Palo Alto, California, Roger Summit is assigned to manage an obscure program for the Lockheed Missile and Space Company. 1 year later, the Information Sciences Laboratory demonstrates its first interactive retrieval service. It's 1968, though they're still a year away from putting a man on the moon. NASA is focused on an even more distant goal. They've asked Lockheed to study methods for managing large data files, and the Recon project is underway. Summit responds with an innovation in the way data is handled. He calls this new language Dialog. The project is such a success, Summit is able to convince Lockheed management of the commercial application for this powerful new technology. 1972, a turbulent period comes to an end. Television focuses our attention on world events like never before. The public thirsts for information, and an opportunity is seen and seized. Dialog offers the first publicly available online research service. A company is born. Our world continues to change at a dizzying pace. The ARPANET gets its first demonstration to the public. Though the internet is still 15 years away, technologists have seen the vision of worldwide instantaneous data communication. More and more content is added to the Dialog databases. 1981, the PC is born, and Dialog is there, now officially as Dialog Information Services, Inc., a subsidiary of Lockheed Corporation. Others are now entering the fray. The Swiss government participates in the formation of Radio Suisse to provide information services to industry. The service initially focuses on a niche market, biomedical and pharmaceutical information. Its name, DataStar. In the 80s, DataStar quickly grows to become a major player in European news and business information. At the same time, a young London market researcher decides there must be a better way. Founded on a shoestring, his Market Analysis and Information Database, or MAID, was the first product of its kind. It quickly became invaluable to market research professionals. The mid-'80s are a turning point. Apple introduces the Macintosh, and Microsoft delivers Windows. The information world is coming of age, and an irresistible gravitational force is drawing key industry players together. 1988, the game is on. Knight Ridder purchases Dialog from Lockheed. A few years later, Datastar is also acquired. As we enter the final decade of the 20th century, an unrelenting force is pulling our world together. Nations barricaded inside a broken system get a glimpse of hope as the walls come tumbling down. At this very moment, the paradigms of how we communicate and interact are changed forever as millions of users worldwide take their first virtual steps into cyberspace. The MAID service joins the internet revolution with the launch of Profound. Datastar introduces its web interface too. It's 1997. Three of the most powerful brands in online information are united for the first time, providing unprecedented researching power. The year 2000. As people around the world celebrate the new millennium, there is yet another convergence as Thomson acquires Dialog. The cycle is complete. New possibilities arise as the most powerful information company in the world joins with the company that started it all. For over 35 years, the hallmark of all Dialog products has been the powerful equities we've earned over time. Across the globe, Dialog has come to stand for the services the information professional turns to first. Unsurpassed breadth and depth of content, sophisticated precision search tools, and the speed that's demanded by today's information professional. In 103 countries, on 6 continents, in 23 time zones, the power of one makes Dialog foremost among providers of information. Our vision is clear. Our moment is here, right now.
Un monde, une mission.
Eine Welt.
Ένας κόσμος,
Eine Aufgabe.
ένας σκοπός,
Un mundo, una misión.
un solo mundo, una sola misión.
Dialog.
Dialog. Με τη Dialog.
Una dialogue.
Un dialogue.
Dialog.
Across the globe, there are 3,000 languages, but there is only one word for the best in business information. Dialog. Information to change the world. Right now!
Well, we've drawn to a close. Tomorrow, sometime during the day, we all return to our homes, return to our home countries, our home cities. In my case, I drive across town. Won't be rather exciting. But you know, when you think about how to close a conference or a meeting, among all the things that occur, it's very difficult sometimes to pick out the one point of emphasis, the one thing you want to leave people with, or the one thing that matters maybe the most to the speaker. And I can tell you that the thing that I chose and the thing that matters very much to me, it's a big idea. And the big idea is not about dialogue necessarily. It's not about the people in the room. It's not about the meeting. It's the tagline that we chose for the business: information to change the world. I think that people in business, all of us, like to work for a place that matters. I think that's why we're here. I think you like to work for a company that you believe has meaning, and a company who has a purpose that has meaning in the world. So is information to change the world a big idea? Yeah, I guess it is. A little pompous, maybe, perhaps. Overly grandiose? Maybe. But is it meaningful? You bet it is. And is that us? You darn right it is. The information century is the century that we are in, the 21st century. In the information century, information matters more than any other aspect of our society. It matters in how we govern our countries. It matters in the fabric of our economies. It matters in how decisions are made. The suppliers of information, believe it or not, may well turn out to be the most important aspects of society as we go through the years. So I will say to you tonight that information to change the world is not just a simple idea. It's not just a tagline that marketing created that is something we will attach to our name. It is something that we will talk about in the future, we will tell our customers about, we will aspire to it, we will add content to our service in order to make it meaningful. And we already know it's meaningful. We know our customers use our information, and when they use our information, what do they do with it? They create artificial hearts. They design new drugs to cure AIDS. They put together, they research mergers and acquisitions that put together the biggest countries on the planet, companies on the planet. That's what people do with our products and services. So I would leave you with tonight a notion that you don't just work for a company that sells an online information service. You don't just work for a company that is the assimilation of 2 or 3 companies that over time kind of happen to come together. It started with a grand idea that you heard about 3 days ago from Roger Summit. The grand idea continues to this day, and I will tell you that in the 21st century, I am convinced that dialogue matters. So be proud of who you work for. You matter. What you do matters. It matters in your country. It matters on this planet. Being a global enterprise in the information society and being one of the top 2 or 3 suppliers of that information on the planet matters. As you leave to go back to your home countries, your home cities, take that with you. Be proud of what you do. Be proud of who you work with. Be proud of the colleagues that you've met at this day. And let's come together a year from now and celebrate our success in even greater ways than we have in the last 4 days. I've enjoyed being with you. Let's do it again in 12 months. See you then.